Hey, Spidey fans! Welcome back to another very exciting and informative Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. As now we are less than 2 weeks away from the game's launch, fans like me are still wanting to know any upcoming news we can get from Marvel Spider-Man 2. Some people were very hopeful to see Marvel Spider-Man 2 make an appearance on the cover of Game Informer for their October release. But unfortunately, it will not feature on the cover for the magazine. We have made a separate video about this topic. But this time, as Marvel Spider-Man 2 is not featured on Game Informer's cover, they did make the cover of another gaming magazine. The magazine name is The Game Center. This magazine is owned by Walmart, so definitely go check out your local Walmart. This magazine offers very exclusive coverage teases and even a couple spoilers for the game, which was given to us right from a lot of the Insomniac developers. And the biggest thing is, it's free. That's right, if you look on the cover, it's saying free magazine, take one. And I'm like, dude, I would have bought this thing, but since it's free, we can't just leave it. So, we will talk about Miles Morales and how he gets his all-new bioelectric Venom abilities, which we have seen multiple times in all the trailers that we've gotten. Such as Miles Morales' game, you'll notice that his Venom abilities were yellow, but from what we've seen in Marvel Spider-Man 2, his bioelectric Venom abilities are now blue. And there's a very simple explanation for that. Peter Parker mostly and his symbiote abilities and how they're going to be impacting the story, and then they slowly make the transition to talking about Miles. This paragraph is written in the magazine. For the game's younger Spider-Man, we already saw Miles develop a new set of bioelectric powers in his solo spin-off. These Venom abilities, no relation to the symbiote, will get pushed even further in Marvel Spider-Man 2 with evolved Venom powers. Venom powers are called Thunderburst and Chain Lightning, and they're a lot more volatile than his previous bioelectric abilities, putting more emphasis on the shock of the initial attack and enabling Miles to reach enemies from longer distance. Senior Game Director Ryan Smith over at Insomniac continued by saying, "As for what prompts Miles to develop these new abilities and why they appear to have changed in color from his earlier Venom powers, well, there's an unexpected catalyst behind all of that in the form of a returning villain." So what Ryan said was really insane. It's important to note that he didn't specifically mention the person by name that gave Miles these evolved Venom abilities. But I think it's pretty safe to say who we can all assume that it's going to be. Smith said that it's a returning villain. So it means that they've appeared in one of the previous Marvel Spider-Man titles of Miles Morales or Marvel Spider-Man PlayStation 4. We think this is Mr. Negative, Martin Lee. Among all the previous villains that have appeared in the past games, Martin Lee just makes the most sense. Rhino, Scorpion, and Doc may not be that specific villain for some certain reasons, of course. We can see a cross paths between Mr. Negative and Miles, as we don't know the further plot. If somehow their interaction gave Miles these brand new abilities, and if it happens, that would be so cool. It's kind of ironic because Martin Lee was the one who killed Miles' father. And wouldn't it be funny if Mr. Negative actually is the one that makes Miles more powerful with these all-new Venom abilities? Again, in this magazine, senior narrative director said, "We always want our characters to be growing and changing. So, for Miles in this game, we wanted to have an internal engine for what is driving these external changes." One of the senior directors, Paquette, says, "One of the characters that reappear in our story is Martin Lee aka Mar Negative. It is this reappearance that triggers the change within Miles, and we're excited for players to experience how these changes occur both outside and inside of Miles." So, there you have it. Confirmation that Mr. Negative is going to be the cause of Miles Morales' all-new bioelectric Venom abilities. Please tell me about your thoughts on this regard. I would like to hear them all. Comment down below all your valuable thoughts. This is it for today. Hope you have liked this video. Take care and stay safe.